like game series? I know you guys addressed like favorite game of all time, but what's your favorite series?
I'm going to be actually incredibly honest about the favorite game of all time question. We basically never answer it. Here's the thing: is like you pick a game that you love because of nostalgia, but if you pick a modern game, first of all, you're going to change your mind every week because the next latest and greatest thing comes out. And the second thing is the last thing you want to see on your box is like a game box with Morgan Webb's favorite game, or like used in sort of marketing and all, because that's not cool.
And it's Samurai Warriors.
Yeah. I never said that. I said it was a game, but just barely.
Just an FYI, if you're a game maker, I would love to have my name on your box saying that. So I'm desperate for attention. So if anybody out there,
It's also if you answer that question and you don't say Mario or Zelda, everyone's kind of like, well, okay.
Or the people
Maybe
who
you're
try to argue
great.
with you, yeah. So I picked Fantasy Star 3. That's my favorite game. Because it had a special place in my heart. One applause, I know.
And I picked Ghosts and Goblins because it was the only game I owned when I was a kid, because we didn't have that much money. And trust me, that is the only way you ever beat that game, is if it's the only game. So when I'm not playing D&D with myself, I was doing that.
lighting candles in your room by yourself.
Yeah. Quietly weeping.
Yeah, we've been there.
Gonna roll it
Recently. Let's get another one.
Hi, my name is Danny from Situate, Massachusetts, and you guys have been doing this for years, probably longer than I've been alive, but...
Adam, for sure.
Very young.
Same.
Yeah, you look forward to this, you're young. Now,
You were a zygote when I started out.
Zygote is defined as. I don't know.
in any case, someone's not a doctor. Now, I'm sorry.
Your mic's bigger than mine, it's fine.
At least we're the same race, so it's not like I'm young. Anyway, so, I should sit down. Now, you guys have been doing this for years.
I'm not following up with that, bro.
Why is this?
My legs are shaking.
I can't see you at the bottom of that hole you just dug yourself.
Every so often it starts to feel like someone's putting on the brakes and you just hear them because they're not working. And we're going downhill.
When is this
Anyway,
going?
what's the question?
Yeah, what's the question?
You've been doing this for so long. I just wonder if you've like thousands of games by this point. Have you ever like felt it's repetitive? You know, you say, oh, it's just another driving game, just another shooter. I mean, I think very few games actually stick out to us. So do you ever feel it's like just getting repetitive, doing the same thing every day, same qualities?
Are you asking us if we're jaded? I think the answer to that's going to be, yeah, a little bit. But we're still gamers. We still get really excited when games come out.
That's why you need to trust us. We're so jaded. If we actually like something, it must be really good. But I mean, no, but to your point, there is that. I think almost everyone who works on the show plays a lot of games, and you know, military shooters. We're like, ooh, look, it's another one. We're playing the news, you know. But there's that fatigue that comes when a lot of games start to look the same. But then when you get something fresh last year, like say Red Dead Redemption, it's like cool. I'm in the Old West, you know. It's yay. And so yeah, there's always 3 or 4 games every year that kind of break that jaded spell.
And to your age, seriously, you're you know, when I was your age, games were very, very, very similar, I think, in a lot of ways. But you are kind of in the middle of this almost gaming renaissance where, you know, where independent developers are making these amazing games, the AAA people are actually using the budget to make awesome games. So I think right now is probably one of the best times to be a gamer because there's so much great, unique stuff out there all across the board. So
You don't have to convince yourself that the game is cool anymore.
Yeah.
You can actually do
Because it
that.
is cool, man. Yeah. So, good question.
The
Okay,
young gentleman over there.
next question.
Blair, I want you to know that I also play Parappa the Fabber. And I enjoy it.
Thank you.
My name is Clifford. I'm from North Carolina. And I recently played a great game called Bulletstorm. And personally, I would have given it like a 6 out of 5. But you guys gave it a 4 out of 5. So I'm wondering what's up with that.
This might be the most awkward moment in X-Play history.
Yeah. in a lifetime of awkward moments on this show.
Yeah. Who here has played Bulletstorm? Yeah. First, a round of applause. Because any game that has the line, Lick My Salty Taint of Despair, or whatever it is, really ranks pretty high on my list of video games. I think it's up a good point that when we review games, there might actually be dissension sometimes on XPlay.
Absolutely.
One person reviews the game, and unfortunately, we do give the impression that somehow we get in a room and kind of star chamber it, and that's really not how it goes down.
Right. I also think the colorful language may not appeal to everybody. I mean, it appeals to us, obviously, but it doesn't.
I like the blood. It's fun.
Actually, I believe that the language actually helps the game. Dictates.
We were actually going to give it a 3 out of 5, and then the people over at Epic sent over this giant Marcus Phoenix doll,
Yeah.
so we gave it a 4. It's actually, that's how that score actually.
It's part of the Microsoft money loop.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Guys, a round of applause for Cliff Blazinski from Epic Games.
One other thing I want to say about Cliff is it's one of these things I remember that when I started on GameSpot TV on ZDTV in 1998, the first game we covered was this neat little game called Unreal. And I was like, wow, games look really good these days. Wow. So, anyway, times have changed.
So there you go. So here's the deal, guys. When you work on XPlay, obviously we try to review everything. We've been doing this show for these guys for a number of years, Adam, for a number more. You tend to become kind of a game guru in your friends and your family's eyes, right? We know a lot about games, and everybody wants to know what game they should buy.
Yeah, and it's really easy. You're like, oh, Mass Effect, Uncharted, Gears of War. But, those people are actually asking the wrong question.
Yeah.
You actually need to know what games you should never, ever, ever buy. Yay. Welcome to Games You Should Never Buy, where we save you money by pointing out the most deplorable games ever put to code. First up is Canada Hunt, a hunt so Canadian it could only be on the Wii. The main mode is the challenge mode, where you use your limited ammo and gobbler calls to blast the vicious turkeys of South Carolina? Oh yes. And the elk are from Colorado. I mean, what the fuck? A full 2/3 of Canada Hunt doesn't even take place in Canada. The animal AI will make you glad you're there to put them out of their misery. No, you're not even trying.
Who's the dog? So we can kick off with fun.
Holy God, Barbie, Groom, and Glam Pups. Games with cute dogs are fine, but you should never, ever, ever dress your dog in clothes. Glasses and a cute top? I don't think this can get any worse. I was wrong. Your Jean Benet Pooch even goes to fashion runway shows and dance competitions.
Awesome. Nice work.
Suddenly, being garroted to death in your basement doesn't sound so bad. Big City Rigs isn't just one turd, but 3. The main event is American Long Haul, but where Big City Rigs truly hits its stride is in the garbage truck driver game. Do you ever wonder what it's like to live the thrilling life of a garbage truck driver? Get up early, secure a bank loan, buy used trash compacting vehicles. This game could not be cheap enough. The only thing missing is a mini-game where you practice writing your suicide note. Rounding out the collection is something called Bus Driver. You choose your bus liner, your route, and your advertising campaigns by clicking through a series of menus so sterile they would give Howard Hughes a germ boner. It doesn't even tell you how to pick up passengers. You're just sitting there banging on the keyboard, praying to God one of the keys you hit will open the doors. You get more satisfaction taking a Xanax than thumbing through the pages of a Pottery Barn catalog. Canada, dog wigs, creepily staring into windows on your garbage route. We can't believe these games even exist. And as these majestic creatures gallop into the sunset, remember, these are games you should never, ever buy.